Did you know you could turn Bruno Mars' song Risk It All into a beautiful piano ballad? In this tutorial, I'll show you how to play it on piano so it's perfect for singing, especially for romantic moments like weddings. Here's middle C for reference. And we'll be learning the song in the original key of D major, which has F sharp and C sharp. Here's a preview of the intro. We'll start by going over the chords used in the song. Then I'll show you how to arpeggiate those chords so they fill out the sound and create a rich ballad style. We'll start with the left hand. We have E for E minor 7, A for G over A again for A major, D for D major 7, B for B sus4, and B for B major. So that's E, A, D, B, and B. Now on the right hand, for E minor 7, while playing E on the left, we have G, B, and D on the right. Sometimes I like to add an extra G at the top to make the chord sound fuller. For G over A, we have G, B, and D on the right, while playing A on the left. Next is A major, with A and C sharp on the right. For D major 7, we have A, C sharp, and F sharp on the right. So that's E minor 7, G over A major, and D major 7. For B sus4, we have B and E on the right. And for B major, we have B and D sharp on the right. So E minor 7, G over A major, D major 7, B sus4, and B major. Next is E minor 7 and G over A, which we already know. Then we'll play the G major chord on the right, arpeggiated like so for 2 octaves. And then end with A major, with E, A, and C sharp on the right. The chord progression for the intro is E minor 7, G over A major, D major 7, B sus4, B major, E minor 7, G over A, and A major. Now that we know the chord progression, to make this sound nicer, we'll play the root and the 5th notes of the chord with our left hand, like so. So for E minor 7, we have E, B, and E on the left. For G over A, we'll play A and E. Then a basic A major chord. For D major 7, we have D, A, and D on the left hand. However, I like playing D, A, E, and F sharp instead, as I find it has a nicer sound. As I move through the chords, you'll notice I'm also arpeggiating the chords on the right hand a bit. This technique of arpeggiating the chords helps fill in the space, and this is especially important if the piano is the only instrument accompanying the singer. Let's play through the intro using this technique before moving on to the verse section. You'll notice I like to also roll my fingers on the right hand to add that extra flair to the accompaniment. This is done on the chords E minor 7 and D major 7 because these chords fill an entire measure, so you want to really showcase those beautiful chords. Here's a preview of the verse section. The good news is, we already know the first half of the verse section. It's the same as the first part of the intro. Next, we have E minor 7, G over A, and A major. Next, we have a passing note G on our left hand before landing on our F sharp minor 7 chord. Here we have F sharp on the left and A, C sharp, E, and A on the right. So that's E minor 7, G over A major, passing note G, and F sharp minor 7. Our next chord is A minor over C with C on the left and A, C, E, and A on the right. Followed by B and D sharp on the right, C sharp and E, and D sharp and F sharp on the right. On the left, we'll just play B, C sharp, and D sharp. Okay, let's add the first and second part of the verse together. And then we enter the chorus section. For the chorus, our first chord is E minor 7. Our next chord is E minor 7 flat 5 over G, with G on the left and E, G, A sharp, and D on the right. Next is F sharp minor 7, which we already know. Then we have B sus4 and B major. So that is E minor 7, E minor 7 flat 5 over G, F sharp minor 7, B sus4, and B major. Then we have E minor 7, A major, and D major. As an option, you can also add passing notes in between E minor 7 and E minor 7 flat 5 over G. Here we're playing E and F in between our chords. So starting from the second half of the verse section, we'll play right through to the end of the chorus. Now let's arpeggiate the chords so it fills in the measure for the chords that last longer. After the first verse and chorus, we'll repeat the verse and chorus a second time. Then this brings us to the bridge section, which sounds like this. From the chorus section, we ended up in D major. From here, our next chord is E minor with E on the left and B, E, and G on the right. So that's D major, E minor, D major, and E minor. For D over F sharp, we have F sharp on the left and D, F sharp, and A on the right. So we have this entering the main part of the bridge. Here I'll go over the left hand first, and then we'll cover the right hand afterwards. For our left hand, we'll play G for G minor 7, C for C7, A for A minor 7, and B flat for B flat major 7. Again, that's G, C, A, and B flat. On the right hand, for G minor 7, we have B flat, D, F, and B flat. For C7, we have C, E, G, and A sharp. And for A minor 7, we have C, E, G, and C. So that's G minor 7, C7, and A minor 7. For B flat major 7, we have B flat on the left, and B flat, D, F, and A on the right. Next is E flat major 7, with E flat on the left, and G, B flat, and D on the right. So that's B flat major 7 and E flat major 7. Then we have A major in D major. So we have G minor 7, C7, A minor 7, B flat major 7, E flat major 7, A major, in D major. We'll play that again, this time faster. Then we have the instrumental section, which is basically the same chord progression as the first section. Then, for our third chorus, we have this. Now at the end of the third chorus, instead of playing E minor 7, A major, and D major, we'll insert the second half of the verse section here. Then we'll end with E minor 7, A major, and D major. Instead of D major, you can end with an arpeggiated D major 9 chord here. The last chord doesn't have to be exact, as long as you're playing the notes that fall in the chord, starting from the bottom, going to the top. If you're a Bruno Mars fan, you may enjoy my tutorial for Die with a Smile. The link is in the comments and description section below.